It is an absolute spiritual principle that the divine uses the positive to manifest, and that in the manifestation all things are created for that which is beneficial. That which destroys, that which tears down, that which tears apart, is then of that which is evil, that which is destructive. Now, if this is a spiritual principle, we would ask you then, what of religions, what of politicians, what of religious leaders, what of political parties that try to grow or build by destroying and tearing down others? Are they working to benefit mankind in the long run? Or are they seeking self-gain? Are they practicing divine manifestation? Or is this something more malevolent? Perhaps a negative form of manifestation that some people would prefer to call witchcraft. Is the dark tearing down of others, the innuendos and insinuations, the destruction of personality and character, a godly way to seek an office or to proclaim a religion? What of religious leaders that are in political positions that claim fatwas or other evil, aggressive ways of ruling people? Are these truly divine? Does the divine order destruction in this way through the hands of man? Is a politician any better than a radical religious fanatic when they tear down their opponents by making all kinds of evil accusations and working up mobs of people into frenzies of emotion? To gain what? To gain their political ends, which is not necessarily for the good of the country, maybe not even for the good of their own party, but ultimately for the desire of their own lust of power. Does the end justify the means? Hitler would have told you it does. Stalin would have told you it does. All of the communists would tell you it does. Can you in good conscience say the end justifies the means? Can you in good conscience vote for someone who has lied, who has destroyed and defamed other people, who has intentionally distorted the truth, and say, well, but they will be the best for our country, they will be the best for our nation, they will be the best for our party? Will they? If they are willing to do this, will they be good for your party? Will they be good for your nation? Will they be good for your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren? What is it that you must do to be convinced? What is it that you must see to be convinced? What is it you must experience to be convinced that evil does not manifest good. And those who do evil things in the name of accomplishing good are not justified. For good must proceed forth from good. God may use all things for that which is better, but your intent and the intent of each individual when they act is of utmost importance. How long will you tolerate this? Great nations continue to fall, century after century, eon after eon, era after era. Great nations fall because ultimately the leaders become greedy. They become self-serving. And in democracies and republics, they lie to the people. They trample upon the truth to bring that which is beneficial to themselves. They begin to compromise, not simply in ways that manifest laws, but in ways that trample absolute truths. And absolute truths cannot be compromised. Once absolute truths start to be compromised, you have a republic or a democracy that is built on falsehoods and ultimately must collapse. We ask you this: is it possible in the climate of your country, wherever you are, in the United States of America, in Europe, in the country that you are in, is it possible for your country to actually work according to the divine principles of truth? Is it possible for politicians to treat each other with integrity, for religious leaders to treat each other with integrity, regardless of what their faith or religion is, regardless of what their political affiliation is, regardless of what idealism they have? Can they treat each other with integrity? Is it an absolute must in your society that people must be torn apart and destroyed for other people to succeed? Is this the way your world works? What is wrong with your world? What is wrong with your society if this is required? If your religion, your political party, your government cannot stand on its own merits without attacking others, what is the innate weakness that makes it unable to stand on its own merits? What merit does it have if it can't stand on its own merits? And why can it not stand without attacking someone else? Is it because there is nothing to stand on? Look in your heart. Does your faith stand on its own merits, or do you have to think you are better than others and belittle them? Can your politics stand on its own merits, or does it have to attack someone else's politics to stand? And if so, you need to say to yourself, why? Why? And then perhaps you will be brave enough. Perhaps you will be brave enough. Few are. But perhaps you will be brave enough to look inside yourself and to confront the inadequacies of your own beliefs, of your own understandings, of your own ideologies. Then and only then can you begin to build a better tomorrow for yourself, for your children, for your children's children. We leave you with blessings and